This video will show you how to access the digital textbook in Area 9 from iCollege. You already know how to find the course content in the Content tab. To find the reading for each week, go to the Weeks tab. Click on the chapter link and a new window will appear. Welcome to Area 9. This is an adaptive learning platform designed to help you get the most out of your learning experience this semester. The textbook is built into this platform. I'll show you some of the most important features and give you tips on best practices to complete weekly readings as efficiently and effectively as possible. This page is your Area 9 dashboard. Here, you'll see chapter readings you're working on in the To Do column and those you've completed in the Sustain column. You can go back into chapters you've already completed to stay fresh on material in preparing for exams. Now, click on Chapter 1 to get going. Welcome to Understanding the American Way of Government and Politics, baby. It's been quite the journey. I'm going to show you some cool features and recommend a couple best practices for how to use and navigate this textbook. I know you're so excited. A truly convenient feature for you people on the go is the coach. Simply click the play button to hear her say,
"Here is a summary of what you will learn in this module."
That's right, she'll be your audio companion throughout the textbook. Now, once you've read the chapter goals, determine your level of confidence about the material. The level of confidence you choose will be a factor in how the adaptive learning system takes you through the content. It is our recommendation that you always start at Advanced Beginner. To move through the textbook, always use the Next button. This is your first reading section. You'll see the coach here. She'll be your audio companion throughout. Now you'll see that the text will initially appear a little faded. You'll understand why on the next slide. To make it darker, simply click on the text. It is very important that you do not use these arrows to move from slide to slide. Always scroll to the bottom of the text to find the Next button to move on. The first thing you'll notice is that some of the text is highlighted. The highlights represent the most important material from the section. To make the non-highlighted text darker, simply click on the text. Make sure you know and understand the highlighted portions before moving on. This means you will need to read the context around the highlights, so be sure to read the whole section, not just the highlights. If you'd rather turn them off, use this switch. We recommend working through the material without the highlights first, and then turn them on to review the material before moving on. At the bottom of most sections, you will determine your confidence level of the material you've just read using these choices. Remember, it is important to be honest about how well you've understood the material. This helps the adaptive learning system create a better learning experience for you. Again, do not use these arrows to move on. Always use these buttons. This is your first probe, or question, asking about some of the highlighted material from the previous reading section. As always, here's the coach.
Government is a set of blank that endures over time and that, in relation to the people of a particular blank, authoritatively makes and enforces blank.
Once you've answered the probe, use the confidence buttons to tell the system how well you think you know the material. Look at that! We nailed it. And we were pretty confident about it too. This is another probe about some of the highlighted text from the previous reading section. I'm going to skip ahead to show you one more important feature and then let you go on exploring on your own. Oh goodness, this does not look like we knew the material very well. So the first thing you'll want to do is click Learn More here to review the reading section the question is based on. This is a really good time to turn highlights back on using this switch. You'll see that some of the highlights are green. Remember nailing that first probe? The green highlights show you the material you've answered correctly. The yellow highlights are what you still need to learn. So, review the highlights and the surrounding context. Then, go back to the question and click Show Me. Move on to the next slide, but don't worry about missing this question. The system will regenerate it later in the chapter to help you get back to nailing it. To get back to the dashboard, use this menu. You'll see you've made it 19% of the way through Chapter 1. Exit out of Area 9 entirely by closing the tab. There's no need to log out. Once you've closed the tab, your progress will be automatically transferred as a completion grade to iCollege. Now, don't worry, this is not your final grade on Chapter 1. Your grade will update as you complete more and more of the chapter. Remember to check iCollege for any announcements and have a wonderful, safe, socially but not emotionally distant semester.